Good evening. It's it's Saturday and the NBA playoffs have begun. I am watching the NBA playoffs and I'm doing some collage. I was visiting my Aunt Terry and helping her move into a new place and she was getting rid of stuff and I saw the David Hockney book and this is an artist who's incredibly skilled, talented. Just when I told her, I said everything he does is too perfect, that it's not inspiring. And I don't want the book. And then we both kind of looked at each other and it sort of seemed silly not to just take the book. And today, what I'm gonna do is use the book and start cutting out the things I like. I mean, look at that. Vincent van Gogh, wheat field with crows. Before we get to that, however, let's continue what we left at last time, which was color sorting. And thank God I'm wearing this headset so that I can be aware of if my audio is awful or good or bad. Color Aid. This is the color sorting project. So I'm taking, all of large cards and I'm cropping them in half and then using them for all of the exercises that I was introduced to in the Dick Nelson color class. What was thrilling about this is to hear the emphasis in the guide booklets about the 3 dimensions of color. And maybe I'll insert here a quick example of the color box because the way we move through space is also 3 dimensions. But I was, after the last broadcast I did, I really just sort of, the reason I stopped was how curved the cards had become, and I needed to fix that, and so they're under a pile of books and some weights and some wine bottles flattening. Insert that picture. I want to read just a little bit of this, though. This is from Color Aid. Let me make that look not so terrible. If a large number of random colors... How do I fix this audio, by the way? This is my notepad here, because this is all beta of things to fix. Just this background. It's got to be a filter. Audio, mic. Actually, I'm going to open up the motive. The microphone controls. I'll also be doing Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and oh gosh. They're telling me the Shirt Plus Motive is an app downloaded. Well, I've been using it, and are you really telling me? Yep. Shirt Plus Motive. So anyway, just gonna see if the microphone settings have a thing here. By the way, if anybody's there, oh my goodness, new firmware. All right, I might just go micless. Let's update the firmware now. Why not? All right, we're gonna fix the audio, and meanwhile, I'll be doing some color sorting before we get to the David Hockney stuff. All right, so this probably will, audio will probably die, but who knows? Who knows? The device appears to be disconnected. I'd say it's not at all disconnected. What I'm going to do is okay. Check, check. All right, back in live audio. So let me just see if I can get some of this background noise taken care of. Auto levels. That's interesting. It's a lot louder. Mic gain at 21 dB, now at 4.5, now at 36. 21 was pretty good. The monitor mix, EQ, 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 don't know, limiter, that's on, that's off. Well, listen, near, far, just get that background fuzz out of here. Just get the background fuzz out. Check, check, check. Just picking up a lot of the background noise. Let's go for a dark tone. All right, well, I got to figure out how to get this audio clear, like doing like a room tone and picking that stuff up and pulling it out. So for now, I think I'm going to just do auto, right? All right. Oh, there's no... You know, we might switch to... This is the idea. 1963, play within a play. Well, I'm going to get something else on record here. All right. Now, something really interesting with color. This is a rubber ring floating in a swimming pool from 1971. And it's 91 inches by 122 inches. This difference here is kind of interesting, that like the 1970s hotel pool side thing. That's a little Kazimir Malevich portrait surrounded by artistic devices. This is a trip. All right. This is what I meant when I was telling my aunt that it almost feels like what artificial intelligence would do. It's like there's so much literal meta stuff going on here. Anyway, I want to get music going in the background and turn off the mic and the headphones and just cut some color cards. I mean, look at this. Like 4 blue stools. It's almost like, what happens if you give someone too much like technical skill? Like everything is perfectly done, but what perspective are we in? Like, this is the artist. This is the artist. That is the same guy. That's him. You know, that's a trippy one. Orange, blue, complementary colors. Let's just look at the pool one again. Rubber ring floating in a swimming pool. I want to say swimming pool as if swimming is the adverb, or as if it's a verb. The swimming pool. Interesting. Meta. Chagall. Like, this is artificial intelligence. I mean, that is dope right there, though. The Chagall little character in the mountain is lighting his pipe off the old lady in the window, the Venus. Like, looks like what artificial intelligence would do. And then we get a little dark. Meanwhile, to 1960. 57, Ellen Davey. The Arrival. Everything is like cool, great. Like this is Basquiat-esque, and it's 20 years before Basquiat. D-Boy, Alka-Seltzer, 69. I mean, so the honest truth is I don't know anything about David Hockney except that I just scroll through his stuff and it's so broad. Almost like he'll see an artist and he's like, "Oh, I'll do that." Easter Island. This section is pictures with people in 1968 London. Such a vibe. Two men in the shower reminds me of the Andy Warhol shower movie that goes on and 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 on. I think I'm gonna take myself out of this video and so far I'm not inspired to cut in Collage because everything he's got here, like, there's no way I'm going to improve on anything that he's got going on here. What I mean by that is I'm not going to. He's perfect. I mean, that's ugly. Yay. Finally. This is a weird little stretch. This Rocky Mountains and Tired Indians, Cy Twombly-esque architecture, man in shower, naturalism. Yeah. Well. Collectors. All right, well, we'll come back. I mean, I don't know what. That's dope. That's just so like. These feel like exercises. Like someone's like, "Hey, David Hockney, here's the test. Do a Surratt pointillism. Hey, stop jumping focus." All right, I'm gonna take a break and cut colors. Picasso. Oh, he wrote essays. This is interesting. Why does he keep putting his fucking paintings in the back of his paintings? Like, how? Like, that's Grant, my friend from high school. Like, that's. I don't know why that annoys me. That's the thing. So here's like a collage. It's trippy. I don't know. Might as well leave this on. Santa Monica. There's the one. People know. People know this one. You know this one. Cheers. To Hockney, we know. All right, I'm going to start cutting up these colors. These are all photographs, right? If you can paint like he can paint, why don't you paint? But composite Polaroid. Swimming pool. Here, swimming is the verb. Gregory swimming. All right, no one wants to hear me rattle on and on about. God, I don't know, man. In Gregory Swimming in 1982, Hockney arranged 120 Polaroid images into a large rectangle. The white borders of one picture lined up with the next to make an overall grid. Yeah, we just saw this. So that's the space between photos. The figure of Gregory repeats in square after square, each photo presenting a unit of time and capturing a single moment as his body moves through the water, swimming clockwise in the oval pool. Okay, it is. All right. We'll cut up. We'll hack Hackney later. And we'll be back